real quick adjustment. 1 second. And of course, that would happen. Thankfully, no one is here. And shame down once the live video is up. But hey, we got to do what we got to do over here. Let's get this properly adjusted. This doesn't need to face towards my body. There we go. Come on. All right. I keep getting all these odd alerts about the headphones, or rather the microphone. Let me. All right, we're back. We're back. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay. Should be good to go. All right. What's up, everybody? It's me, Jay Renard, and we are back. So, the title of this post is Holster Redo. So, what had happened was I made a holster for a guy, and it turned out really well. He was happy with it, but I completely forgot, like a total fool. I forgot to add the reinforcement bar around the top, and so as to keep the holster open when it's the opening to the top, to keep it more open, so it's easier to reholster when you're putting your weapon away. So what we're gonna do is make sure that all the pieces are out that I need. And we're gonna make sure that something so silly doesn't happen again. So what I use for that is this piece here. That is a piece of aluminum, and I will shape it around to be for the weapon right before we get this all straightened out here. Sorry about all that crinkling and everything. So there, let's do this. So I'm gonna grab this piece here. So, oh, and these here, what I'm gonna be doing is this here. He asked for a piece to be added so that the top of the weapon doesn't dig in, doesn't interact with his body, and I like that too. That's actually a really really good idea. So it won't be this symmetrical piece here. This will be the front where the clip goes. This will be the back portion that will be touching the body, and this piece right here will make sure that the weapon doesn't come into contact with, interact the with the wearer. So got both of these out, have this out so I can't possibly miss it. And here we go. So gonna knock this out. So normally for holsters, you use something thicker, but for the outside of the waistband holsters, you use something thicker. This one is going to be up against the body, so this one's going to be a little bit thinner. This is about 6, 7-ish with the weight here. This is definitely more than 5, but still. So this will be something that will move and be a little bit more comfortable, and it'll form more to the weapon. It'll feel a lot better. it won't be as thicker and bulky, which is something you don't necessarily want when you're concealed carrying. All right, I'll be right back. I'll lift the silver pen up outside. Stay. Back up, back up, back up. For the record, I wasn't telling the audience or the potential audience to stay. You all aren't my pets. I was, however, talking to my actual pet. He's been on the stream a couple times before. His name is Doug. And he is not, in fact, named after anyone in my family. He is named after the dog from the movie Up. So, unlike the last time I did this, where I talked through a lot, I'm also doing this for time because I really messed up by not having the bar there. So a little bit higher. So I messed up by having the not having the bar there and having it ready to go. I'm definitely gonna have to cut that. Forgot about that. So that will be on the inside. So about there. All right. So a lot less expounding on things and speaking on philosophy and whatnot. And shouldn't need this. That also stays out. Oh, that's right. Truthfully, it doesn't need to be that high. There we go. This is why I like the silver pen. It erases really easily. Some people use just a regular old pencil. I'm not against that, but sometimes it does leave more marks than one could anticipate, and that is not ideal. All right, so normally I would use this thing, but I just got a new blade in on this, so I'm gonna see how well this cuts first. Then I'll just use this for the little small things here. Quick little rotation. Oh yeah, love that already. Whoo! Could have cut that a little closer, if I'm honest. Truthfully, let me go ahead and put this on. I do like these. Come on. There you go. Apologies if I am missing anyone in the chat. Okay. I really got to remake this. I'm just emotionally attached to it. All right, now for the liner. For anyone curious, that is, according to the company I got it from, a Swedish moose that I'm using on the inside. Nobody asked for that. I just thought it'd be funny. It's really, really soft and great. It looks awesome. It's a good liner, really good liner. Sorry if there's a ton of heavy breathing on the microphone. It's right by me. I'm trying to moderate that. I know I said I wasn't going to talk through much, but I'm about to do this one thing up front that for those of y'all who make especially gun holsters, you should understand. You are taking something from 3D space and shaping it to fit something, I'm sorry, in 2D space, like so, and shaping it to fit something that is not only 3D but has an odd shape. The weapon is actually kind of weird when you think about it. So, and to include the fact that this doesn't just sit in front of the weapon, it wraps around it. So you have to take that movement into account. So the inside is going to be a different size than the outside. So to account for that, instead of just slapping the liner onto the material, I'm going to shape the the liner first and then wrap the holster around it so it's more of the natural shape of the weapon. Right now I'm just being thorough. This part here is actually going to be stitched. So technically it gives me a little bit less to worry about, but I don't want to think about that. I want to make sure that it's properly coated, but not so much that it could go over to the front. Then I have to spend a bunch of time using an eraser. All right. Let that get tacky. Let's take a few minutes. Making good time. While that is going down, if I remember right, this is like so. So this should be a little bit further over. Okay. Set these so they don't move. Come on. There we go. All right, quick visual representation of what I was talking about. So right now, these two pieces here, or rather this piece here, got the top, the skin side, and the flesh side. These are both the same length, here and here. But with these being together, this distance here, say it was stitched together right here at this point where my nail is, if you measured this distance and then measured the inside distance, you'll see that they are actually two different sizes when they're bent together like that. So if I cut this piece the same size as that piece and put it together flat, it would work, everything would be fine. But as soon as I bent this piece here, I'd get a bunch of bunching and wrinkling there on the inside, which is what I'm trying to avoid. And while we are waiting, get my metal shears and cut. Strongly recommend everybody get a pair of metal cutting shears. Oh, come on. You cut just fine last time. Don't do this to me. Be right back. When in doubt, get a better tool. Boom. Clean that edge up. Okay. Let's remove this plastic. I wish this was an adhesive, but it's not. Go right here at the top, leaving me some seam allowance. Center it up a bit. All right. So there we go. This is in there. I don't need to worry too much about the adhesive because it's going to be stuck between these two things. And then I'll stitch around the parts that won't be stitched together. And then around the top piece here. And then I'll commence to bending it around the shape of the weapon after. So I actually had to... Another reason I had to redo this was because I got a community guidelines violation because the person I'm making this weapon for has the same kind of weapon as I do. And there were a couple of times where the weapon was on the stream and Papa YouTube doesn't play that apparently, so... Bend that around the rest. Okay. Making it work. good time so far, making good time. I'm really grateful that he didn't ask for anything crazy or extra. He didn't even want initials. I was, don't get me wrong, pleasantly surprised and gets to save me some time, but still surprised. That's all. Come on, there we go. All right, so gonna be right back. Just gonna stitch around here, and there's my templates. Should have marked these stitch holes, but hey, it's all good. So we're gonna stop. Here, and there. All right, be right back. Doug, if you would please step aside, I'd appreciate it. Move, move, move. I don't want to step on you. Almost screwed that up, but it's all good. Get me to the church on time. Okay. Coming together. Now we just need some finishing touches. And obviously clean the edges up. Whoa, yeah. Stuff's pretty wild. Hey, look. Sorry I left y'all on the hook while I was sewing. And it was going to be a bit of an odd one with the bar in there, plus the whole rearranging, reconfiguring when it was already weird enough to begin with. I really, really like this natural oil tan look to it. Makes it a lot brown with the initial. Then it'll dry off or soak in, whatever the case might be. Truthfully, it's more of a soak in. And then, well, wait. Rid of all this excess. See if I have my scalpel. Do some proper pruning here while I'm waiting for it all to soak in. Sorry if my big noggin's in the way. This one here, because of that damn curve. I really don't want to have to sand it off, but I might have to. Oh, spoke too soon. There we go. Doug, move. Scooch. Scooch. Wait, move. It's like a teenager, I swear. It's a lot ridiculous. Never mind the comb. I'm making sure the beard's good to go. So far, so good. Ready to get put together, then have everything cleaned up. Got the logo in there. Let's get to it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the stream up with this one. I need something, and I can't have it on stream without getting a guideline strike. So that's it for here. Next thing should be it all shaped properly and wrapped up, and nothing left but the edges. All right. Thanks, everybody. I'm out. Peace.